Hello, Janisha. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good, McKinley. How are you today?
That's great. I'm doing pretty well myself. So, I wanted to ask you a couple questions today, and
Alright.
I will start off with the first one.
Okay.
How does COVID and other events that occurred during 2020 affected your mindset compared to pre-COVID?
I would say pre-COVID, which would be our junior year, the end of our junior year, I was pretty focused on school, working, basketball, pretty much just keeping everything organized while having a social life. I guess I really didn't have any worries about anything that had anything to do with sickness or virus or health at all, or wearing masks in public or anything like that. I was pretty okay. My mindset was just get through my junior year so I can have a fun senior year and enjoy my senior year, since everybody's been dreaming of their senior year and graduation and prom since they were a kid. So I've just been really excited about that. But I guess once COVID hit in March of 2020, all of that didn't seem to matter. The only thing that mattered was just getting through the day and not knowing what the next day would bring, because we were living in the unknown. Everything was just so, oh, we don't know this, we don't know that. Like, what do we know? We just know that there's a virus and people are dying, and we're just trying to be safe about everything. So I'd say my mindset somewhat obviously changed, just like everybody else's has, but as of now, I'm doing pretty good. Just keeping my safety precautions there as always. I'm vaccinated. My whole family's vaccinated. So we're just trying to move forward from this stage in life, but still being pretty safe about it.
What were some worries you had during 2020?
Some worries I had was just my family getting sick, my friends getting sick, and what that would mean for them. Both my parents are pretty high risk. My best friend's family is pretty high risk, so if either of us got it, most likely our family would get it, just because of how contagious it is while living in the same household. So I was just worried about that. Some other things I was worried about was just the fact of not knowing anything. Everything was just so up in the air. It was either one thing or the other, honestly. I think that overall, though, my worries have obviously, I haven't had many worries lately. I'm vaccinated. So I am only 17. I was never worried about my own health. I was more worried about the others around me. So yeah.
How did your daily routine shift after COVID?
Pre-COVID, I was going to school, going to basketball practice, coming home, doing homework. I had very structural, organized time frames. So I would always get everything done. Like, we had to be at Gov school at 7:38 in the morning. Had to be back at my home school by 11:50 or whatnot. I can't even remember the times, honestly. But I just remember I was very structured, and I'm very successful when I have a very structured schedule. But after COVID, or once COVID hit, I never got up on time. I was always in bed, staying up late on social media. I would go to bed at like 3 o'clock, wake up at 12. I mean, it was just reckless, honestly. And even now, I still have problems with my sleep schedule, considering the fact that I'm all virtual. So it's not a bad thing, but sometimes it is, just because I don't have much of a structure. I have to create one myself, which has really improved my time management skills. So maybe it wasn't a bad thing that I've stayed home. But my daily schedule has shifted in ways that I've adapted to, but on the other hand, I could have done better at also. Just like going to class and stuff like that, getting up for class, participating in class. I was a lot better last year with just my schoolwork in general. I would say I did okay this year, but if it wasn't for COVID, I probably would have rocked my senior year out just like I did my junior year. But it did not work out that way, which is okay. Thank you so much for sitting and talking with McKinley and I about our COVID experiences and how we went through it like everybody else. Have a nice rest of your day.